Hi everyone, this is Arad from English for Everyone. And today in this video I'm going to talk about the verbs that need two objects. Verbs with two objects, okay? And here I've got a list of them. Alright, but I've got two different lists. I'll explain what they are, what the differences are. But before that, let's talk about the verbs and the objects. Some verbs need objects, some don't. Okay, well, amongst the ones that need objects, there are two groups. Some of the verbs need just one object, but the other one, on the other hand, need two objects. Okay, and here are the list of some of them. Okay, and that means if a verb like, let's say, send, needs a something to be sent and a receiver. Okay, when I send something, it means somebody receives that. Okay, so we've got something and also somebody. Okay, in some cases we've got something and something because we send something to something. Okay, anyway, I'm going to explain it in the examples. Then it will be more clear. Okay, I sent her an email. Okay, I've got over here there is an email that is sent from me to someone else. Okay, so I am the sender and she is the receiver, and over here what is sent is an email. Okay, when we look at the structure of the sentence, we see the subject, the verb, and object, and also again object. So we need two objects. In the format, I have put the person who receives first and then this thing that is sent. Actually, we call this one the direct object, and this one is the indirect object. Okay, how do we class it? So, how do we know that this is indirect and this is not? This is indirect. Actually, this is what the action of sending took place on. Okay, so sending is this. This is what has gone from a place to another. So the action has happened on this one, and this is the one that benefits from the action or receives it finally. Okay, so what is done first is sending email, and then what comes after that is receiving by her. Okay, and in the other ones also the same way. I first mentioned the one that has received it or has benefits from it, and then I mention what I have sent. Of course, I'm not saying that this is the only way we can do it. This is how I have made these ones, and I'll explain how to just reverse it. Okay, I sent her an email. An email is the object that goes to her. I showed Carla the new album. Okay, I showed. Show needs two objects. One is the indirect one and the other one is direct. So what is shown is this one. Who this is shown to is Carla. Okay, so Carla benefits from this. Over here, they offered me a better price. A better price is offered to me. Okay, so a better price is what is offered, and who has got the offer? Me. I. Alright, so over here again I've got the person first, the ones that benefits first, and then what is offered at the end. The verb actually happens on this, and this is the receiver. Okay, over here again I've got book and the other verbs. I booked a holiday. I booked you a holiday. So holiday is sent, it actually goes to you. A better price goes to me. The new album goes to Carla, and an email goes to her. Over here, a nice chocolate cake goes to Edward. She bought Edward a nice chocolate cake. So the direct object goes to the indirect object. If I replace and I mention email first and then her or the other ones, again that's the same thing. So what is sent or what goes to the other person is the indirect, is the direct object, and the person who receives it is the direct one. So if I put this one over here, again, we check what is sent and it goes to who. Okay, then what is sent, what it goes to the other person is the direct one, and the one that receives it is the direct one. Okay, and now on the other side you can see the rest, some other verbs that has got the same formula. But there is a point. Now I want to go to more details. Now let's go back to the examples and work on them once again. If I want to mention the direct object first and then the indirect one, there is something that I need to take into consideration, and that is the preposition. Okay, I sent an email her. No, I can't say I sent an email her. I can't say I sent her an email, but I can say I sent an email her. I need to add to. I sent an email to her. Okay, so send something to somebody. Okay, we need to. If I replace these two, if I like to mention the direct object first, then I have to bring the indirect object to my sentence after to. Okay, over here again, the same thing. I showed the new album to Carla. They offered a better price to me. Okay, and that's the same thing for the ones over here, the ones in black. Okay, if I, let's say, tell somebody something or tell something to somebody. Okay, so we need to before the indirect object. But the blue ones, we can't make the sentence, we can't just use the formula for these ones. And I can't say just add to. No, I booked a holiday to you. No, I can't say that. And I can't say I booked a holiday you. No, that's not correct either. Okay, so what I need to say, I need to add is for. I booked a holiday for you. She bought a nice chocolate cake for Edward. Okay, so we need to add for before the indirect object. And over here, with these ones, also the same thing. Okay, so I say I baked something for somebody. Okay, I baked a cake, let's say, for Nala. Okay, for somebody. I need to add for. And that's the same thing for the ones in blue. Okay, so that was the tip. Another tip about such sentences is if you have two objects and one is quite longer than the other one, then leave it to the end. Put it at the end. Okay, so I bought Edward a nice chocolate cake. This is a better sentence compared to I bought a nice chocolate cake for Edward. Well, actually, after a nice chocolate cake, I forget what you were talking about. I can't remember what the sentence was because I get confused. You know, it might be even longer than this. Okay, so you'd better leave it to the end of the sentence. So I say, she bought Edward a nice chocolate cake. Or if Edward is explained in a different way, for example, I don't know the person's name, and I say, the man standing over there. She bought the man standing over there a cake. This is a bit weird, so we'd better take the cake to the beginning of the sentence. I mean, to the after the verb, and say she bought a cake for the man standing over there. Okay, so whichever is longer goes to the end of the sentence. So this was today's lesson. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.